Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. We are from Group 2 and we would like to explain about the selection and gradation in material development. Before we begin, let us introduce ourselves. I am Citra Dewi as a moderator and the member group Diva Azahra to presenter 1 and Cervin Saputra Pratama the presenter 2. I would like to invite to the presenter 1 Diva Zahra. To Diva, time is yours.
Okay, thank you moderator. I will explain about the first material, the material development. Material development is the process of designing, selecting, adapting, and evaluating teaching materials to support language learning. The important first, it supports learning objective. It facilitates effective teaching. It makes learning more engaging and enjoyable, and improve learner language skills. The role of teacher. The material selector. This is choose appropriate materials for students. The material adapter. This is modifies material to suit and learner needs. Material evaluator assess whether the materials are effective. For example, for beginner students, teacher may use simple dialogues and vocabulary instead of complex academic texts. Okay, next, the selection in material development. Selection in material development refers to choosing teaching materials that are appropriate for learners and learning goals. Why is selection important? First, it helps teachers focus on important contents. Second, it meets learners' need and objective. The third, it maximizes learning effectiveness. Example for beginners: greetings, introducing oneself and daily activities. So, these topics are chosen because they are practical, familiar, and useful for everyday communication. Okay, next, principles of selective. When selecting teaching materials, teachers should consider several important principles. 1. Authenticity. Materials should reflect real-life language use. For example, using restaurant menus, advertisement, and real conversation. 2. Learnability. Materials should match learners' proficiency levels. For example, beginners should learn basic vocabulary and simple sentence before studying complex grammar. Next, relevance. Materials should match the learning objectives. For example, if the objective is speaking, the materials should include speaking activities. Next, learner needs. The materials should suit learners' interests, needs, and abilities. For example, students in a tourism program may learn English for serving tourists. Next, usefulness. The materials should be useful in real-life situations. For example, learning how to introduce oneself during a job interview or internship. Okay, thank you. Back to moderator.
Okay, thank you Diva. Next to the presenter 2, Calvin Saputra Pratama. To Calvin, time is yours.
Gradation in material development. Definition: gradation is the process of organizing materials from simple to complex and from easy to difficult. Functions: facilitates understanding, reduces learning difficulties, builds learner confidence, supports systematic learning. Example, simple present, present continuous, and present perfect. Principles of gradation. Simple to complex. Learners start with basic concepts before advanced concepts. Now to unknown. New knowledge is built upon previous knowledge. Concrete to abstract. Concrete ideas are introduced before abstract concepts. Frequent to less frequent. Common language items are taught first. Easy to difficult. Learning progresses according to difficulty levels. Language-centered perspective. Definition: a language-centered approach focuses on linguistic knowledge and language structures. Characteristic: focus on grammar and vocabulary, emphasis on accuracy, systematic organization of content, teacher direct learning. Advantages: clear learning objectives, structured learning process, easy assessment, and disadvantages: less attention to learners' interests and limited communicative practice.
Okay, next slide. Learner-centered perspective. So in this slide, we are going to talk about the learner-centered perspective, which is an approach to material development that puts students at the center. Unlike language-centered, which focus on language structure, this approach prioritizes student needs, interests, experience, and learning styles. Its characteristic includes material or designing based on student needs, encouraging active participation, prioritizing communication, and using activities that are meaningful and relevant to student real life. The advantage is that student motivation becomes higher and learning becomes more active. The disadvantage is that teacher needs more track preparation and is quite difficult to implement in large class since individual attention to each student becomes more limited. Next, application of selection and gradation. This slide shows the practical application of selection and gradations. In the selection step, we choose material based on learning objective, student needs, language proficiency level, and learning context. It can be done carelessly. Material must truly match the student condition. For example, if we're teaching junior high students who are just beginning to learn English, we can possibly start with complex academic tests. Then in gradation, material are graded progressively from simple to complex, starting from vocabulary, sentence patterns, dialogues, paragraph writing, and finally presentation. Just like shown in this slide, weeks first and second cover greetings, week third and fourth move to daily activities, and week 5 research, opinions, and presentation. The key point is selection determines what to teach. Gradation determines how to organize it, but cannot be separated because they complement each other. Okay, and the last, the conclusions. As a conclusion to this presentation, there are several important points we need to highlight together. First, Selection is the process of choosing appropriate and suitable material to be taught to students. Second, gradation is the process of arranging and organizing those materials systematically and progressively. Third, third, both selection and gradation are equally essential components that cannot be overlooked in effective material development. The fourth point, and perhaps the most important takeaway from today's presentation, is that we need to balance between language-centered perspective and learner-centered perspective. This means we cannot only focus on language structure and system alone, but we must also always consider who our students are, what their needs are, and how best to help them learn. This balance between the two perspectives is ultimately what will create truly successful and meaningful language learning. That's all from Group 2. Thank you.